This is activity 2-3, which is creating groups in Crosstab reports. Now, take note. We have done our little crosstab and we've done some formatting, but across the top we have micro nicros, mini nicros, and nicros. And nicros maybe should be all grouped together. Well, we can do that. Now, let's go back to our design. So we are going to go back in and group from the Crosstab Expert. So make sure that you get the border of the Crosstab Expert. There we go. And go right back in here. And we have our columns here. And let's talk about our grouping options. What do you want to group on? Well, right now it's by product name, but we could use a formula as well. And we could change how we're grouping. We could change the order, and we can do options. And we could create a custom group name field. Now we're going to go back here, and we're going to select to group in a specific order. Now what are we going to call this? We're going to call this nicros. And we're going to go down and say new. And is any value is a specific value. We have a whole range of options in here. Or we could just do a new method to group. So again, we're going to select is one of. And notice our big choice. Nicros. We could do mini and micro. Mini, micro, nicros. So we have the grouping for all three of those. And we're going to say OK. And OK. And OK again. And let's see what we've done. Nicros and others. They're all together. Now the others is everything else. And it all fits on one page now. So very, very nice and tidy. Now let's go back to design. The second part of this is to group the data for every half year and make sure that they don't span across pages. Right? Now again, we're going to go into our Crosstab Expert, and we have our choices. Now we can group on this anywhere. Group options, summary options. But we're not even going to do that. We're just going to insert a group here. So there's our choice right there. Insert a group. And what are we grouping on? We have our huge choice. So we're going to scroll down to orders here. And under orders, we're looking specifically for order date. In what order? In ascending is good. For every half a year. And under options, we want to keep these together. So we're going to keep the group together. And we're going to say OK. Now, let's just pull that over just a little bit. Right. So we now have a new group header with this grouping option in it. We're going to make this area a little bit higher. And there we go. We're going to bring this out of our report header. And we're going to put it down in here. And let's pull that up. And let's collapse this. And let's preview. Now, it will take. So there's the year, 2018, and what we've got. And let's go to the next page. And there seems to be a blank page in here, and there's 2018 and 2019. And I have this blank page because of the sizing we have in here. That's the only reason. It's just a matter of sizing. But it does work. Now let's look at the page setup. Let's go to our file and down to page setup. And we're going to go into our page options within here. So here's our page options. And we have choices. In the orientation, we're going to change this to our landscape. We have a lot of different choices. We have tabloid, legal, statement, executive. But we'll just turn our option down here. Okay. And let's have a look. Let's preview. Now again, let's go all the way back. It's on one page. But we do have a blank page. We can choose, depending on what you want, to size things automatically so that we don't have those blank pages. We can collapse details because it's all in this group header. And we can collapse all of these components and potentially notice now we've only got 2 pages. All based on how we format options. And that's the end of this next activity.